take a journey from the page to the stage. Watch a DIY tour be put together, from booking, promoting, and building the entire show with Go-Go Amy from the Pretty Things Peepshow.
When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now those days are gone and I'm not so self-assured. And now I find I've changed my mind, I've opened up the door. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down, and I do appreciate you being around.
Hey guys, so let's update you on what's going on. We booked all of our shows, so yay! That's exciting. We have like 4,000 of them. They're all going to be, if not already, listed on our Facebook and website, to check those out. So today's topic is going to be, you booked your show. Now what the fuck do I do? Now the fun begins, because we're going to start with promotion. We're going to do a bunch of blogs about promo, so there's going to be a lot, because it is a lot. But what we're going to do now is just kind of the protocol of like what to do once you've actually booked a show in terms of dealing with the venue. So you have booked your show. First you want to thank the venue, because you need them more than they need you, and you should be polite. So you thank the venue, and then you show them you're really excited about the show, and then you want to make sure you have all the show information correct. So you want to get the doors, showtime, advanced ticket information, like where they think box office might be, online ticket sales. Most venues will do their own online sales. For some of the shows that we're getting 100% of the door, I'm actually doing the online sales. It's a ton more work, but I kind of like it because one, I get to really like keep an eye on what shows are selling and which ones might need a little bit of bigger push for promo or whatever. Also, then the money just goes directly to my bank account, and I don't need to worry about like settling up with, like finding a manager at the end of the night. So I use brown paper tickets when I do my advanced sales. Yay, brown paper tickets. They're like my favorite ticket platform. They don't charge any like annual fees or membership fees or anything like that. So they're really good for DIY people, or if you're just doing one-off shows. So check out brown paper tickets. Let's see, what else? So yeah, find out as much information about the show as you can. That way you're also super prepared to start writing your press releases. In that email back to the venue saying that you're confirmed as well, I find it's always good to just send them as much promo as you have at the moment. Sometimes you don't have everything. Like we just shot our video and it's not totally edited yet. Just whatever you have. Make sure they get a photo. Even if it's not the most up-to-date photo in the world, just make sure that they have a photo to put up. Make sure they have a write-up about the show or the band or whatever. Any links to anything, your website, any scraps. You got a drink. And Mama's trying to be self-important. Scraps. Anyways, yeah, make sure they have all the information they can have. Links, photos, write-ups, bios, press quotes, anything you have, because they're going to list it on their website in whatever time makes sense to them. They're not going to wait for you. So the faster you get them information, the faster your show gets listed, the longer you have to promote. So get them everything you have. And then you can periodically send them stuff as you get new things, by all means do so. The other thing you want to also ask for is the venue address to mail posters to, because some venues might not be open during the day. And sometimes they have an office where they would want posters. Sometimes it's like someone's house or something. So just make sure you have the correct mailing address for your posters. If you are a band or a show that doesn't print out their own posters and send them to venues, you're kind of a dick. You should really do that. I'm sorry, but like, send posters. I mean, to me, it's really important. I know it's an extra cost of printing something out. I know it's Photoshop time. I know all that stuff. But like, even all of that, it at least shows the venue that you give a fuck. If you don't print something out and say, hey, I want people to come to this show, that are literally going to the venue of which you're playing, so they know where it is, you are really lazy. So all you have to do is send them anywhere from like 2 to 10 posters. I usually average around 6, so you get like, 1 or 2 in each bathroom, like 1 in the back door, 1 at the front door. For the love of God, print posters and send them to the venues. Again, if there's any booking agent or venue owner out there that would love to talk to me about this when we're out on the road, I would super love to interview someone about this. But yeah, I want to hear from you guys. who work at venues what we as performers and musicians and stuff can send you that would make you the happiest. To me, I just send everything. I'm like, here's printed posters, here's printed flyers. Always ask too how many they want, because sometimes they'll actually be nice enough to like, oh, our bartender works at a tattoo shop, he'll hang it up for you. Like, you never know. So ask how many posters they want to. So that's kind of the protocol for what you do in terms of getting everything set up with the venue. Oh, I also ask if they want me to start the Facebook event, or if they want them to do it, and who I should make a host, who I should link to, in terms of that kind of stuff, because that's really important too. Facebook is unfortunately like where everyone goes to look for events. So once I get all the info down, I've sent them as much promo as I have. I usually do wait though to post the Facebook event or to announce the show in general until tickets actually have gone on sale. Because there's nothing worse than being like, we have a show in Wichita, and then having people be like, we want to buy tickets, and tickets aren't on sale for another week. And then it's the internet, so people forget you exist. So I usually wait till tickets are on sale, announce, and then I'm like, please immediately buy them for me. Another thing that I want to do too, as I'm getting all this information from the venue, is I want to keep it really organized. So I use a Google Doc, and I'll post a picture of this, or I'll put it on the website or whatever. But it's just a super boring spreadsheet, and it's got the day of the week, the date, venue, town, all the venue information, doors, showtime, cover charge, advance tickets, advance ticket links, any box office information that we might need to know. And then as we sort of get closer and closer to leaving, all these other columns sort of pop up. So I have like the drive time to the next city. Since we're renting our vehicle this time, we're going to have to worry about mileage. So I have the drive time as well as the mileage that I have to sit down and calculate. We also have accommodations if we're crashing with a friend or getting a hotel or whatever. If we have a guest star, who our street team leader is, who our guest list is, all this stuff all gets put in this kind of massive spreadsheet, which essentially is just everything you would need on a gig sheet. I just happen to make my gig sheet every single show, so I can bounce back and forth to all of them really quickly. If you want to check out, there are actually like some sites that you can build your gig sheets on. The one that I've used is called Master Tour, and it's pretty awesome. Like, it's just got tons and tons of stuff on it. It's a great way to keep track of not only everything leading up to the show in terms of like drive times and all that stuff, but it also has a place for to keep track of all your merch sales, all those tallies and totals, your guest list. I think like it's got like, you can keep track of all the payouts and who got paid out when. It's great. I love Master Tour when I use it. The only problem is that they charge a monthly fee, and if I'm not doing as many tours as I used to, it's kind of doesn't make as much sense financially for me to pay like $45 a month for the 3 months leading up to the tour. The cool thing is, though, if you do get it, you pay the membership fee, and then the app is free. So, like, you as the tour manager pay the fee, but then everyone on your tour can get the free app on their phone, and then they have all the information. So I liked that about it. Now I just use Google Docs because they're free, and I can share them with everyone, and most people can check a Google Doc on their phone. It's not that hard. If anybody knows of like a super cool and reasonably inexpensive app where you can keep all of your gig sheets, I would super love to know about it. So by all means, tell me. Or if you haven't heard of one, please invent one for me. I'm totally willing to pay for it, but I just wish I could pay for it like a la carte as opposed to having to set up a monthly membership. Like, I wish you could just do like one tour. So someone please make that DIY like independent, cheap little app, and I would love you forever. Yeah, so that's it. So that's actually that's kind of your protocol of what to do in terms of you and the venue once you've actually been confirmed, and then also a little bit getting your gig sheets together, all that information you're going to need to know, and also all of the information on your gig sheets, or much of it, is going to go into writing your press release. But I'm going to do like a whole other thing on that, because press releases are like a whole other ball of wax. So yeah, so that's it for tonight, and I'm going to get back to booking and back to announcing these shows. So don't forget, check prettythingspeepshow.com, go to our Facebook, check out our things. Definitely, like, tell us if you're coming to the event. We would love to know. And by all means, for the love of God, please tell your friends, because I've told you, now you have to tell people I don't know. That's how this loving relationship works. All right, you guys, I am super sleepy and I'm going to bed. I will see you guys in the next one, and I will see you out on the road. I totally forgot one more thing before I go to sleep, which I desperately need to do. So I forgot to tell you about books to read. I don't actually have a good book about what to tell venues when you book them. So I'm just going to tell you what book I'm happen to be reading right now. It's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, and it's by Mark Manson. I just started reading it today. I'm halfway through, and it's actually super interesting and filled with profanities, so I love it. It's more of a psychology book, but it's basically about, I think it's a good book for me as a tour manager to read, because it's kind of about how so many people give a fuck about so many things and then they go absolutely insane, and it's about really picking and choosing your battles and what to give a fuck about and what to just kind of let go. And it's super interesting and has tons of profanity and tons of psychology, so like I'm hooked. But it's also a really important thing, I think, as a tour manager, because literally every single thing in the world is the most important thing in the world, including this lady who's been sitting at my feet, bugging out to be part of this blog. Yeah, no, it's just about, you have to worry about so many things, and everything is a priority to everyone else. Every single venue is the most important venue that you have to deal with, and it's so hard to be able to really sit down and go, okay, like, this is how I prioritize this shit. Like, this person's getting my attention now, this person's not. So, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson is the book that I currently am reading, and I think might be something that's good if you're doing a really big tour or you're doing a really huge show or festival and you're super, super overwhelmed. He has kind of validated my ability to take a deep breath and, like, just not give a fuck. I've not finished it, so hopefully the ending is not horrible where I have to start giving fucks again. But for now, that is the book that I'm reading, and that is the recommendation of this week. All right, we are going to sleep. That is what you've been trying to tell me this whole time, Scraps. It's late. You should be sleeping, not promoting, not talking about tours. All right. She's right, so good night.